Panama once held a place at the forefront of Latin American indigenous rights. The Comarca system, established in 1974, was progressive and provided genuine protection for indigenous peoples. Panama was a model for the rest of Central America. So how did Panama get here? The government willfully turns a blind eye to illegal logging on indigenous lands, and trees are plundered from the mountainside like blood diamonds, leaving indigenous leaders killed and healthy children poisoned by contaminated water. There are 7 indigenous groups in Panama. Of them, the Wonan are the least numerous, a scattering of communities residing in the river valleys of Panama's Pacific coast. The most western of these communities, Rio Hondo and Platanares, nearly abut the outskirts of modern-day Panama City, yet they are emeralds of intact tropical forest in an ocean of scraped earth, shielded from development by rugged mountain ranges and the Wonan's low-impact lifestyle and economy. Unfortunately, that lifestyle and the forest that supports it is now being destroyed. The first violent conflicts over this land occurred in 2004. 12 Wonan were injured in clashes with colonists who were cutting down their forests to raise cattle. The Wonan responded by petitioning the government for formal title to their land, looking for legal and non-violent ways to protect their forests and way of life. In 2008, political pressure from a hearing at the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights in D.C. and wide mobilizations in Panama forced the government to pass progressive legislation allowing these communities to apply for formal land title, Law 72. However, in the years since this law passed, the Panamanian government has not honored their commitment, no land has been titled, and the 2012 logging season was the worst in history. The first ever road pierced the Upper Platanares watershed, turning tropical forest into desert and poisoning the water for the downstream villages. Wonan attempts to intervene and stop the illegal logging are met with violence from the loggers and apathy from the government. In February, loggers surrounded the village of Platanares with weapons, turning the village into a prison. The Wonan could not leave to hunt, forage, or provide clean water for their families. The Panamanian government did nothing, and in March, the worst happened. After months of asking for the Panamanian government to intervene on their behalf, the people of Platanares consecrated a new graveyard, where their chief, Arquilio Opua Puchicama, correctly predicted that he would be the first one buried. Days later, he was killed by loggers as the men of Platanares made a desperate effort to destroy the logging machinery that was eviscerating their land. Please join us in demanding that the Panamanian government demarcate and title Wonan lands, stop illegal logging on all indigenous lands, and protect Wonan leaders whose lives have been threatened.